Now, when a client asks you, how much is it? What's your first response? Most people are going to make the mistake of just giving the price right away when a prospect's asking. But the problem is that most of these prospects are gonna get sticker shock, they're gonna think your price is too high, and then they're gonna move on and try to find a cheaper deal with somebody else. So in this video, we're gonna show you exactly how to avoid this problem and answer the objection of how much is it in the proper way. Hey everybody, what's going on? It's Patrick Deng here. In this video, I'm gonna show you how to handle the common objection of how much is it? And by the end of this video, you're gonna walk away with the exact mindset and methodology to handle these type of objections so that you can start overcoming them and close more deals. So if you're excited to learn how to handle this objection, make sure you give this video a like and subscribe if you wanna see new videos every single week, because I'm gonna be dropping 2 a week. And don't forget to hit that notification bell. And in the comments, before we go ahead and get started, go ahead and leave your #1 sales objection that you are struggling with, and in a future video, I'll go ahead and help you handle that. So with that said, let's go ahead and dive in and show you exactly how you can handle the objection, how much is it? So here's the thing you have to understand about the objection of how much is it. You have to pay attention to when the prospect is actually asking that question. So if they're asking how much in the beginning of the conversation, that actually isn't good, because sometimes a prospect will just talk to you, try to get a price, and if your price is too high, then they're just gonna go to your competitor and try to get a cheaper price, right? So it's pretty common for someone to call up all the people that offer a specific service and say how much, and just go for the cheapest one. You don't necessarily wanna be the cheapest one, right? Because you need a healthy profit margin. So when someone asks you how much is it at the beginning of the call, what you wanna do is not answer them directly and just give them a price, because a lot of times that can kill the deal, but you have to give them a reason to actually have a sales conversation before you even talk about pricing. So if somebody asks me, how much is it during a sales call I was having, here is how I would respond, right? So let's say this person's name is Sarah, okay? So I would say, hey Sarah, I really appreciate you asking that. Now, pricing is honestly something that's gonna depend on what kind of solution you're looking for. So if it's okay with you, I'd like to hear a little bit more about some of the challenges that you're experiencing so we can kind of share what we might be able to offer to help you solve those challenges. And once we're both on the same page, then it actually makes sense to talk about pricing. Is that okay with you? And Sarah's gonna say, okay, that makes sense, because how can you give me a price if we don't even know what the solution you're gonna offer is, right? So essentially what you're doing is, instead of giving them the price right away, you need to first understand what kind of problems that they actually have. Only when you know what their problem is, then you can prescribe a solution, which is your product or service, and then show them how you can solve it and then give a price. But if you give a price too early, how do you even know if your solution can solve their problems? Because you don't even know what their problems are. So you have to make sure that you don't talk about price at the beginning of the conversation. Instead, understand what their problems are, how you can solve their problems, and then towards the end of the conversation, then you could talk about pricing. And even if it's at the middle of the conversation, right? So let's say you get past the first part, and then in the middle of the conversation, they say, okay, so how much is it? Even at that point, you don't necessarily want to talk about pricing yet. Usually I save it towards the end, because I still need to clarify what kind of pains that they have. And the thing is, if you don't understand their pains, then no pain, no sale, right? Because when, as a salesperson, right, what you need to do is you need to make the other person feel like you understand their pains. If they feel that way and you show them that you can make their pains go away, they're gonna trust you a lot more than everybody else, because they're gonna think in their minds, this person really understands me and I'm confident they can solve my problems, right? You need to build that connection, that human connection with that person. Not only can my products and service solve your problem, but I understand where you're coming from, and I'm going to personally make sure that we get this taken care of. And that is pretty much the art of being a good salesperson. It's building that human connection, building that trust, and building confidence that the prospect wants to actually work with you because they believe in you. And as you're getting towards the end of the call, and this is where you're naturally going to talk about price, before you even want to have that pricing conversation, you want to understand whether or not they even have a budget for what you're offering, right? So before they even ask how much is it, you want to ask a question like, hey Sarah, typically when I work with a company like yours, they'll usually have some kind of budget for investing in this type of solution. I'm just curious, do you have a ballpark of a budget of how much you want to invest for a solution like this? And then Sarah might give you a ballpark. They might say, oh, typically we're were thinking of spending maybe $5,000 to $10,000, right? The reason why you want to get that budget, or even just a ballpark of a budget, is because you want to make sure that when you come in with your pricing, you're not pricing too high or you're not pricing too low. Because if you come in too high, then the conversation's over and they're not gonna even go with you because they think you're too expensive, right? If you're coming too low, then your profit margins aren't gonna be that healthy. So that's why it's important to get a person's budget before you present pricing. So when you finally get to the question where the person will ask, okay, so how much is it? Not only do you understand if they have a budget, you understand that you can solve their pains, and then whatever price that you give them is going to fit their expectations because you already know how much they are willing to spend, right? And of course, you don't want to rip someone off where you're, completely overcharging them, because that's just not good business practice. However, you want to make sure that your profit margins are healthy, and you want to make sure that everybody walks away happy with that deal. And so when you put it all together, you just want to make sure that you don't give price too early, not in the beginning, not in the middle, but towards the end, once you understand the customer's pain and you have their budget, and then it makes sense to talk about pricing. So with that said, that's pretty much everything you need to know when it comes to handling the objection, how much is it? If you enjoyed this video, make sure you give this video a like, because every like does help. And if you want to see new videos every single week, make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell. And in the comment section, put in your #1 sales objection, because I'm curious to know what they are so I can make more videos about them in the future. So in the comments, #1 sales objection, I'll make a video about that in the future. So with that said, once again, thank you for watching this video. Hope you guys got a lot of value out of it, and I'm gonna see you guys in the next one.